Alright, so what's going on, guys? So, I dug my Santa hat out of my closet for this video because I figured it was appropriate. Because I did want to make a Christmas video, um, kind of explaining what it means to me and why it's important, more importantly. Because, I mean, Christmas is going to mean different things to different people. I'm not here to be the authority on what it's supposed to mean and how people are supposed to celebrate and how people are supposed to feel. But I think it's important and it still plays a role in society. I think it needs to still be celebrated. I think people still need to give it importance because of what it means and what it represents. It's a very representative thing. For me, what it means, I think what it means to a lot of people in a general sense, in like a grand scope of things, is it's just a celebration of being a good human and a celebration of all the things that bring us happiness as human beings. I think it's a celebration of all the good things that can happen in the world and that do bring happiness to people. You know, the whole joy to the world thing. It's a celebration of all that. I know there's certain people have like a religious thing, but that all plays into it, right? And then with the presents, that plays into it because it feels good to do good things for other people. I mean, unless you're a fucking sociopath, but it does. You know, it feels good to give presents to people. It feels good to do good things for other people. It feels good to be a good person. And those people's lives are more enriched by you doing that. And Christmas, I think, is a celebration of that because that's what it's all about. You're supposed to get with, you know, either friends or family and, you know, maybe not give them gifts, but just being there sometimes is enough because that's a good thing. You're being there so they don't have to be alone for the holidays. That's, you know, that's being a good person. So I think we need that in the world. I mean, especially in the U.S. with how fucking partisan things are and stuff. I'd rather drag my balls through a mile of fucking broken glass before I talked anything politics on this channel, especially anything partisan, because I've seen the way that it poisons people, and it legitimately does turn people into the worst versions of themselves. I've seen people that are perfectly reasonable, calm, you know, sensible people who don't hate anybody, and they get into this politic bullshit. And this is in the U.S. mostly, but it's across the world because it's getting bad everywhere. They get into this shit, and all of a sudden they're disowning family members, and they're saying that these people are the worst, and they like openly hostile, like just hate people, and it's just it sucks. It really sad to see, man. And I think Christmas is kind of the antithesis of that. Say it doesn't matter, you know, what differences we have. It doesn't matter, you know, what you think they think or any of that stuff. Like, it just matters because it's a celebration of doing good things and being a good person despite what other people might do. That's what it is. It's not about, like, it's about obviously the presents and stuff, but that all stems from that. You know, it feels good to give presents to people, not just receive them. I mean, obviously when you're a kid, you know, you get excited to get presents, but when you get older, even if you don't have kids, like I don't have kids, I probably never will. I can still give presents to my friends. I can still give presents to the rest of my family. I can still be a good person to other people. You know, I can donate to certain charities, or I can just try to make the world better and try to make people happy in the best of your ability with the resources that you have. You know, not everyone has a bunch of money where they can get a bunch of presents for people, or that they can, you know, do a lot for other people because they're just not in a good position themselves. Doing the best that you can to make the world a better place. I mean, dude, Christmas is the holiday. It stopped a world war. I mean, it's literally the holiday to celebrate being good to one another despite the circumstances. You know, people in World War I on either sides of this fucking battle hated, well, they may not have hated each other, but, you know, they had every reason to actually do what they were signed up to do and go and kill each other, but they didn't, because Christmas isn't about that. It's about the exact opposite of that. It's about being good to each other despite your differences, because it feels good. It feels good to be a good person and to treat other people with respect and goodness and all those things. Like, and I think that's really at the core of it. That's what Christmas is about to me. Like I said, I think the world needs that. I think there's a lot of people that need to be reminded that, like, the people that they walk around with on this planet, and that we're all on this ride together, like, they're not horrendous, horrible monsters that like some people think each other out to be. Like, we don't have to fucking hate each other. It doesn't have to be like that. You know, I think Christmas, hopefully, if more people see it the way that I do, it'll help people realize that, and they'll understand and they'll get it. It's not my favorite holiday, but it's one of my favorites because of just what it represents and what it means and what it has the ability to do. You know, it does bring people together. You know, it does make people happy more than a lot of other holidays, and I can't put it against a holiday that does that. Like, and I know a lot of people are like, well, it's mostly just a kids thing, and you know, it's so kids can get presents and stuff. But like, people that say that or they think that, they're missing the forest through the trees, because they don't, like, yeah, it's about giving presents because you want young kids to feel happy, and if you had good Christmases, you want them to have those same experiences you had. It's not about just the kids. Like, you can do that to anybody. Like I said, you can give presents to anybody, dude. You can be a good person to anybody. I mean, at any time of the year. But you know, Christmas, I think, just helps remind people that it's not hard to be a good person. And not only is it not hard to be a good person, it feels good to be a good person. Even though, you know, unless you're like a sociopath and you just don't care about anybody. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to make this quick video before I have other stuff to do today for my Christmas plans. If you know people, because I know people have a hard time through this year, you know, if they don't have any friends and they don't have any family and they don't, you know, have these people to be able to spend the holidays with, and they have to be alone. You, like, go out of your way to help those people. You know, maybe stop by their house on Christmas, or maybe get them a present, you know, or help that homeless person that you see, or just do something. You know, you don't have to be alone. You can go out and do stuff. You can make other people's holiday, because other people don't want to be alone either. If you take anything from this video, I guess, just remember to be a good person. Try to make other people's holidays great, even if yours isn't. Hope that puts that energy into it, so that it comes back to you at some point. Because if everybody did it, then a lot less people would have bad Christmases, and that's a very bad thing. So that's it for this video. If you agree, disagree, if you think I'm just being too sentimental or stupid or whatever for the holidays, whatever, you know, you can comment that down below. It's Christmas. Come on, don't be mean. Don't be stupid. But you can if you really want to be a dick. You know, I'm not gonna fucking remove comments or anything like that. But yeah, that's it for this video. Comment down below. Subscribe for more videos, like vlog video style things like this. I usually don't make videos like this, but it's Christmas. It comes once a year. I gotta do something. It means enough to me to where I felt the need to make a video about it. So